Hello, everyone, again. We are back with another episode of the Sumuji Radio Show. It's me, your favorite orange maid, Maid Marcy, and today I have special guest with me. Hello, special guest.
Hey, it's me, Maid Ringo. How you doing? How you doing?
Hello. What fruit were you again?
I am the apple maid.
The apple maid. Super cute, punny maid.
Hi,
Maid
hi,
Ringo.
hi. That's me.
And today we're starting another little series on our radio show where we talk about Japan. Because a few of us have been, so I thought we would talk about it together.
I'm ready to get nostalgic.
Yeah, me too. Once I start talking about Japan, I get really sad, but also really excited at the same time.
Yes. It's like a bittersweet thing.
It is. All right, so the first question I have for you is, how many times have you been to Japan, and when was it?
I have been to Japan twice.
Mm-hmm.
The first time was 2 years ago. I went during we tried to hit cherry blossom season, and there's a whole bunch of apps you can go on and try to figure out when exactly cherry blossom season is going to hit. But basically, it happens differently every year. So we
Mm-hmm.
went like perfectly. I think we got there April 12th, and it had already ended.
Oh no!
We thought we were really early, but it there was like a couple trees, but not really much. I did try I ate a cherry blossom off a tree because I heard it's supposed to be good, and it was. It was very yummy.
Oh wow. Is that legal?
I mean, I don't know. I probably not actually. It's probably rude
just
of me to do
just
that.
this foreigner girl just goes up to a tree and
Stealing
eats
Japanese tree
it.
flowers. It's probably not, but I mean, can confirm it tastes just like all the cherry blossom things that all of us weebs have. Cherry blossom, like sake and pocky and all that jazz.
It tastes like
And
sayori.
yep, yeah, just like sayori without the alcohol, exactly the same. And the second time I went last year, or sorry, I guess 2 years ago. It's 2021 now,
Mhm.
currently, uh, during Halloween, and that was really really cool. Um, I got to do the fabled like legendary go to Shibuya during Halloween, and it was absolutely awful. Do not recommend. But
Oh my gosh.
oh yeah, it
Yeah.
was terrible. Didn't you go too during
Uh
Shibuya? In
no, I
Shibuya there?
didn't. I didn't. Kuki and
Oh,
company went during Halloween and they had a time. Maybe I should ask them if I can disclose this information later. But they also went to Shibuya on Halloween in the Sumuji uniform, and they were very popular. They went to
cool.
Maidreamin. They got a little wild, and they
Oh,
said
I've
that
heard some of this.
yeah, and they got too wild, and but they said they don't regret it. So
No, I mean, they must have gotten there at a better time than me or something. We got there super early, and it was just really crowded and so crowded that like my internet stopped working.
ooh,
We bought one of those little carry around Wi-Fi things, and
mhm.
it was just sweaty and like stuffed, and everyone was wearing like furry costumes, and it was just really hot, and oh, I'm getting the sweats just like thinking about it. But yeah, I mean, cool to do for like off my bucket list, but I would never do that ever again. It looks
It,
cooler on the internet.
it looks like a disaster for
Oh yeah.
in our now Corona world.
Oh my gosh. And I'm not trying to speak heat on anyone, but I was watching a Japanese like live stream
Mhm.
of this past Halloween, and despite Corona, it was still popping in Shibuya
Ew.
this past year. Yeah. Shame, shame.
Oh gosh.
It's a tradition and all, but it made me oh. Mm.
Yeah, I know they don't sell alcohol in any of the convenience stores in that area either.
Oh, I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, people get too crazy, like, those
Good,
foreigner
good.
girls that went a couple years ago who got crazy in Shibuya on Halloween.
Ooh, good. Yeah, it was there was, like, police officers, like, screaming, and oof, oof. Yeah, not my favorite thing. Glad I did it the one time, but never again. I didn't even get dressed up. I'm kinda glad I didn't, just
Mhm.
'cause I don't think anybody would've it was just so packed, I couldn't even, like, see other people's costumes. The one nice thing, I will tell you, the nicest thing to happen on Halloween night in Shibuya was we were walking towards the square where, like, Hachiko sits, and there was this Tanjiro cosplayer from Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
If yeah, he was just chilling there, and I was like, "Oh, whoa, Tanjiro, can I g photo okay? Okay?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah, photo okay." And then I ran over there and took a photo with him because I was just so happy. He was so cool, and he had, like, a guitar case on his back, and after we finished taking a picture, he took off the guitar case, and it was filled with, with Kit Kats. And he gave me a Kit Kat. Oh, what flavor? It was sweet potato flavor.
Whoa.
It was that was the most best moment of my life. I have the picture somewhere. I'll show you.
Please show me. That sounds so cute.
It was so pure. Just he gave me a Kit Kat. Like, oh, she took a picture with me. Here, have a Kit Kat. So pure.
Oh, do you sometimes watch the Shibuya, like, live cam?
Oh yeah, all the time. I love watching just like I'm sure you do the same thing because you said you watch YouTube a lot. The
Mhm.
live cams of them just like there's no talking from the person taking the video, but he's just walking around. It's like
Yeah.
Shibuya 4K or Tokyo 4K, Kyoto 4K. And he's just walking around. It's just like beautiful and like quiet and like you hear the crunching of leaves and just people in the background.
Yeah, it's
Takes
really
me back.
relaxing.
Mhm. Mhm.
I also like to just go on Google Maps and just, like, go on Street View and just walk around.
When did you go?
I went in March 2019. I also thought we were gonna see cherry blossoms because I knew that was, like,
Yeah,
around the time frame.
March is a pretty good time. Did you miss them too?
We were too early, unfortunately.
Oh, see, that's so weird. I got there in April of 2020 and it was too late, and you, 2019 in March, were too early.
Yeah, there was cherry blossom stuff, like, everywhere though, like, merchandise.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, so I was really hoping that we would get to see them, but we didn't, so whatever.
Whatever. One day. When do you plan to go back? Or if you had plans, did you have any plans to go back this past year?
We really wanted to go for Halloween because we just wanted to do, like,
Oh,
all of the, seasonal Halloween stuff because Japan really
cute.
loves their
They
commercialized
do.
holidays.
They do. That's funny. We wanted to go, the plan was to go this past year during Christmas because another thing on my bucket list, speaking of buckets, was to eat a bucket
KFC?
of KFC. Yes. I wanted to have a bucket of KFC with a little Christmas cake in front of a giant Christmas tree in some kind of square, just like all the anime before me. That's all that I wanted.
Oh my gosh. You
That's
know, I
all
tried
I
to
wanted.
actually go to KFC on Christmas Day in, like, in town, but all
Yes.
the KFCs are closed. They're like, "No no Christmas chicken this year, I'm
No
sorry."
Christmas ticket for Americans. Aw, one day we should do that. We should have like a a Christmas party with all the maids and then make chicken and have a Christmas cake and sing
Ooh,
karaoke and that would be really nice.
yeah. Actually, you've been to some of our, Maid Now's food parties back when, right?
I have, yes. I think the last one we did was her brunch party, which was amazing.
Yeah, when, things get better, I think a fried chicken party would be amazing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've been really getting into, like, making fried stuff, so hopefully I get to
Ooh.
share with everyone once things are better.
Yes, please. Yes, please. I just got an air
Yeah.
fryer and it's been my like super
Ooh,
obsession
getting
frying
bougie.
everything. Super bouge.
So when you were in Japan, what places did you visit? Or, not places, but regions?
So the first time we stuck to just Tokyo, so I wanted to hit all the weeboo spots, big weeboo energy. So
Yeah.
we actually our hotel was in Akihabara. A really nice walk, like maybe a 2-minute walk to a Lawson's, the little Japanese convenience stores. So
Mhm.
everything was like really nice in that area. Um, and Harajuku, big weebu energy, and we went to um, pretty much just like Shibuya and Shinjuku, uh, super weebu persona energy, walked around everything that we could. I really loved your pictures of hitting all the persona spots, by the way.
Yeah, it was really fun, but I also had this feeling that the locals were judging me, but whatever.
I mean, whatever. You're probably not the first person to go on a
I'm
persona journey
definitely
across
not.
Shibuya. No, no. They're probably like, oh god, another one. Oh man, sheesh. But
Yeah,
they
I
were
tried to
really, really
find
cool.
you played Persona 5, right?
Of course.
Yeah, I tried to find like the underground mall where you like the
Uh
flower
huh.
shop and where you find On.
That's funny. I tried to
And
find it too. It doesn't. That part. I don't think that's the only part that I don't feel like exists. No flower
it
shop where I
does.
work. I
Yeah,
don't
it
see it.
does. But here I thought that I would be able to navigate Shibuya Station because I was like, "Oh, I've been through Shibuya Station like hundreds of times in Persona 5. I got this." I got lost a lot. weeboo mindset there that they can go into Shibuya Station and do what they
Right?
want and go
I mean,
places.
it's pretty much the same thing as anime. It's just the colors are more saturated.
It's like, oh, the textures are more detailed.
Yeah, yeah. Um, and on that first trip, we also my boyfriend's really into cars, so we went to Hakone to kind of get like the initial D experience, and we drove around around Fujisan, Mount Fuji, and that was really nice. We didn't go to any hot springs, but next time I definitely want to try to visit a hot spring.
Ooh. For the car stuff, I saw that you went to like some like tracks and stuff.
Oh yes. Oh my goodness. What track did? Oh
We go.
my goodness. Let me pull up my Google Maps. But yeah, we went to a famous track that he. Yes. So, it's very cute. They have a little gift shop where all the little gifts are car related. Like there was some beef jerky that was in the shape of like tire treads. You know when you like you go really fast and like it
Yeah.
creates like the lines and it was like beef jerky. Really, 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 really cute stuff and like little car chocolates. And there was a sitting station. I kid you not. You sit down and you have like a pair of headphones, and there's a whole bunch of buttons on the screen, and you press a button and it gives you a random like car sound, and you're supposed to guess what car it is by the sound.
Oh, did you get it right?
Really? No, oh, of course not. Again, I don't know anything about cars. It was just like vroom, vroom, and you'd be like, "Oh, it's a Honda Civic," you know? But I didn't know. I just thought it was adorable, like for like big car otaku dream for sure. And I did find out looking through the internet right now, it's located in Motegi at a track called Twin Ring Motegi. So if you like cars, anyone listening, I would definitely recommend the Honda Museum. Really fun, unique experience, even for me who doesn't really know anything about cars, and for my dude who loves cars.
Yeah, when I was watching
So
your
that's very nice.
Instagram stories for that, I was like, wow, cars? I'm very interested in what she's doing today.
Right, right. It's different. That's why it's nice to go with someone if you are traveling with like a companion who both of you have different interests. So of course I'm a big weeboo, so I'm there for all
All
the
the
anime girls and things. But I mean, there's more to Japan than just anime girls. Who'd have thought? You know?
Yeah, there's other cultures and hobbies.
Right? It's great. It's really just the best, and I miss it so much.
Me too. When Japan lifts its travel ban and when things are okay, we're all rating to go back.
Yes, with our fingers crossed. Just please, please.
So my next question is, in what ways is Japan different from home?
There is a lot of a lot of differences. And before I went, I'm sure you did the same. I watched a whole bunch of those 12 things not to do in Japan or 5 things that you didn't know about Japan. Little YouTube
Yeah.
videos.
I felt like I
Um,
forgot all of that though when I got there.
right? Exactly, exactly. I mean, it's definitely like interesting and stuff, but once you get there, I don't feel like it's as severe as the internet makes it out to be. Like, never do this, or Japan will hate you. You know, I feel like I honestly feel so relaxed when I'm just like walking around. Everyone is very polite, so it's moderately quiet. Like, I don't know about you, but even when we got to the airport, it was the quietest airport. Narita. We were in Narita Airport, and it was the quietest, most civil airport I've ever been in my life. And then when you get back to the LAX,
Oh,
it's it's such a it's what do they call it? Like a not a culture shock, because I mean I'm American, but it's a very it's jarring for sure. How
mhm.
loud and rude and different everything is. But yeah, I mean it's basically just uh, if everything is different but the same. So as long as you're like polite and just like civil, and if you're a nice person, you're gonna have a good time there, because everyone there is
Yeah.
just really nice, very
Yeah.
pure, quiet experience.
What I really liked about, at least when I went to go visit, was how people get around so easily and so
Mm.
quickly.
Oh, I know. Did you have an app? Did you have an app that like to guide you through like the train stations and stuff?
Oh, I just used Google Maps, honestly. It was pretty
Mm.
accurate. What I also noticed is that there wasn't like excuse me here, but there wasn't like per se like a lot of like obese fat people what
No,
I
there
saw.
really wasn't. It's
Yeah.
hard to say something like that without trying to sound offensive, but
No,
there
I'm being literal. Like
yeah, there really isn't.
people are fat in America.
Yep. Yep.
Versus
I'm pretty
Japan.
chunky. Yeah.
Yeah, in Japan, since everyone mostly gets around by train or bus, they're like always moving fast.
Or walking or by their bicycles.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, like the women in Japan are freaking amazing. I saw
They're
so
so
many,
pretty.
yeah, I saw so many moms like they have like baby in the back of their bike and they're like trekking
Mhm.
uphill. And I'm like,
Mhm.
"Oh my God, I can barely do that with just myself on the bike." Like
Same, same. Oh, for sure, for sure. We walked so much. I kept a tracker on me, and we walked around 6 to 8 miles a day, and not even like trying to, like, oh, I'm gonna walk so much, I'm gonna exercise so much, but just walking. I mean, that's the way to get around, and everything. And Japan has a lot of greenery, and the air is really fresh. So, and the temperature is very moderate, and so walking around was just nice.
first day we were in Japan, I think I walked like I had 25,000 steps that day. And that is a lot because I think on average, like a normal person probably only does like 6 to 8,000 per day in at least in
Hmm.
Arizona. And so
Where did
when
you
I
walk
got
around? Do you
home,
remember? Oh, I'm sorry.
uh,
Go ahead.
well, of course, a young weeaboo travels to Japan. Where do they go first?
Akihabara?
Yeah.
Any anime shop? Yes.
Yeah, I went to Akihabara the first day just to get it out of the way because I was like, I'm probably gonna spend money. I'm gonna start here first. And when I got home to my Airbnb, I immediately collapsed and pretty much just went to bed because I was in pain. I was so tired. I was just not used to
Yep.
walking that much.
Yep. Yep. Oh, you got an Airbnb too. That's so interesting.
Yeah, our Airbnb was so nice. I think about it a lot actually.
Oh,
It was really spacious too
memories.
for a Japanese apartment to the guy
Oh
that
yeah,
rented it out.
Oh, do you have pictures? I wanna see pictures of your Airbnb.
Yeah, I'll send them to you later. But what
Yeah,
I
yeah,
also liked
yeah.
about our Airbnb is like it was like a townhouse kind of thing. And
Hmm.
downstairs, like immediately next door was a 7-Eleven.
Yes, yes, yes.
So we would just like walk down there and get our breakfast. And some things that we really wanted to do that were, is customary in America, we wanted to do it in Japan, but we did not do it. And one of them was go out in our pajamas and house slippers to the 7-Eleven.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I that is really nice, but I'd feel, like, embarrassed, I don't know.
Well, people in America do all the time. They just go to
I
Circle
know, it's
K.
very common here. I would just feel embarrassed doing it there.
Oh
I don't
yeah,
know anyone.
same. Because I was like, I
I don't
just
wanna
got out
be
of bed.
rude.
Same. Another thing that I did, I didn't even realize it is considered kind of rude is I was eating like a rice ball at like the station platform, and then I was told later that you're not supposed to like eat at the station platform. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wait, you're not allowed to eat at the platform? Really?
Well, it's not that you're not allowed. It's just kind of like a manners thing.
Oh, I had no idea. That's so
Yes.
interesting.
Yeah, but I was like, well, people can see that I'm a foreigner, so they're just like, whatever.
Well,
They
I
don't
feel
know.
like I've seen, some I saw some Japanese folks eating around there,
Oh.
but, hmm. I know you definitely aren't supposed to eat and walk, and I was very careful to not do that.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, and one more thing too, what's like very different is everyone's really quiet on public transport, which I love.
Mm. Being quiet on public transport?
Yeah, because when I used to take public transportation all the time, people are rude. Like
Interesting.
they'll play their music out loud, they'll like take up two spots, they'll just be like rude in general to like people all around them. They'll be talking on their cell phone, just being noisy and not like respectful to people's spaces. Ugh.
True, true,
Uh,
true.
Japan transport though, easy.
Oh, so quiet. Did you get on during rush hour at any point? I think that was the only stressful thing for me.
I probably did at some point.
Oh, that was super stressful for me.
So, what are some other interesting things that you did beside the cars? Like, do you do like other weeaboo-esque
Um,
activities?
yeah, I mean, I tried to be the most weeboo as possible. So, the one thing that I didn't do, is go to is rent one of those little cars and dress up as Mario and drive around the city. That's something I kind of wanted to do, and then I figured out, you actually have to have a driver's license, like an international driver's license
Oh, really?
to do that. Yeah, and
Oh.
I kind of just like about it. I mean, I didn't care too much to do that, but my boyfriend actually got like a long-term license in order to drive around because we rented 2 cars while we were out there, um, driving around, and he had to get like a long-term one, which is pretty cool, driving around on the other side
Mhm.
of the car. Um, but let's see. Oh, on our second trip, we went to Nara, and a lot of weeboos know about this, but that's where they have the deer. So, we went to Nara and, I can't remember the actual place, Nara Village, Deer Village,
Nara
and
Park.
Nara Park, yes. We went there, and it was the most beautiful, amazing experience. I pet so many deer. They give you the little senbei so you can feed the deer, and you bow down to them, and they bow down to you, and that's how they're trained there to get the crackers. So I praised lots of deer and gave lots of crackers, and that was beautiful. I love the
Cute.
deer so much.
I've heard
Um,
like mixed reviews about Nara because they're like, oh, these deer are harassing me for crackers, or other ones just like, yes, harass me for crackers.
I think I'm on that second half. Definitely harass me for crackers. 'Cause I mean they're not huge deer either. They're like they're like a large dog sort of
Mm.
deer. So I mean, I wasn't too scared, but there are times when you have the crackers and all the deer are gonna want to get near you, and you're just like, no, I want to feed this deer, but but you can't really choose which deer you're gonna feed because a bigger one or like a meaner one will want your crackers. But I didn't. I know it's a thing where they can bite you or kick you or like knock you down and stuff, but I didn't run into anything quite as traumatic as
Oh, well,
that.
that's good at least. I was worried that the deer like will headbutt you and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's for sure a thing, but I only saw it happen on YouTube, not in person, so that's that's
Well,
good.
that's good.
And I mean, you do get to like get really close to them and pet them and stuff, but I think it's just like anything. It's like an animal. You have to kind of respect their space and stuff.
And
I'm trying to think weeaboo wise. I went to I'm really into like food and stuff, and a friend of mine, you know, Liz, when I went over there to we went to Minato and we went to Dotonbori, which is like a famous like food street,
ooh,
and I got some takoyaki and you know the wiener filled with mozzarella and like sugar on it and I guess that's the closest, like, Taco Bell. It's like a giant Taco Bell
Taco
in
Bell.
Dotonbori. There's not a lot there, but, like, that's, like, the Taco Bell to go to there. And, that's where they had, if I'm getting my locations correct, that's where the Gudetama Cafe was, and that was something on my bucket list as well, so I really liked the Gudetama Cafe. I had, like, a a Gudetama curry. For those of you listening, he's the lazy Sanrio egg who's, like, sleepy all the time, and I had a curry with him, and it was delicious.
So cute. Oh,
So cute.
so you does that that's Osaka, right?
Osaka, yes.
Yeah, I really want to go to Osaka next time.
I recommend it. I definitely recommend it. They're like a huge food capital, and I know you'd super enjoy that. They have a lot of cat cafes there too.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't think we went to one quite there, but they're advertised everywhere.
yeah. Uh, I know this is kind of silly coming from an American, but do you know in Osaka there's a region called American City, I think it was called?
Yes, I went there.
Yeah. Can you tell what's America like?
It um I definitely bought a shirt there. Like I was a tourist that bought a shirt that like a Jaws shirt that had like you know Jaws the movie
Yeah.
had a picture of Jaws on there and it had like Jaws and like really bad like kanji and it was just it's like this cheesiest thing ever. They sell like they have like little shops and then people sell like Levi's and like American sandals and really obnoxious clothing and American like leather and belts and it is a time. It is a time and a half.
Oh god, I want to commercialize like America the way Japan does. Like it's
Right? It's funny. It's
yeah, it's
hilarious.
fun.
It's funny. You got to poke fun at yourself sometimes. It's like you forget how it is, and so you're in America town in Japan. You're like, haha, yeah, we do that.
Yeah,
Haha,
it's not too far off.
yeah.
Oh, that's so cute. I really want to go to Osaka too cuz in the Yakuza game series, I think it was the second one and the prequel, the game is set like on Dotonbori.
Oh,
Yeah, and
huh,
it's almost like an exact like replica to the real
cool.
thing. So I'm
Oh, I
going to
bet they did a really good job.
yeah, so I'm going to flex my I'm gonna do what I did with the Persona Shibuya Station. I'm gonna say I will be able to navigate Dotonbori and the surrounding area because I played the
Yes,
video game.
yes, and take all the pictures too. Yes,
Yeah, so last Japan trip was Persona 5 pilgrimage, so this one's going to be Yakuza pilgrimage.
yes.
Oh my gosh. So speaking of interesting things, I'm gonna go on to the juicy part. Did you go to any maid cafes?
I did. I did go to some maid cafes.
Ooh,
First and
tell us.
second time. I love maids. If that's not completely uh obvious, being being here on our Maid Cafe podcast. But we stayed in Aki, so I made sure to visit the Maidreamin there, and I also visited the at home cafe there. And I may ruffle some feathers with my opinions, but I
Please.
do prefer. I personally, this is my personal opinion. Again, I don't need to ruffle any feathers, but I personally enjoy Maidreamin a lot more than I enjoyed at home cafe when I went anyway. The
Her
at home. Sorry, go ahead.
I'll say like her at is fish cake on Instagram if you
Oh
want to
yeah,
have a stern talking
don't
to
don't
her.
at me, but like feel free to at me because my opinions are sound. So both cafes, like, both really amazing cafes, really nice locations and everything. At home is definitely a lot more busy. I think it's a lot more well known as a cafe in general. I only went there once, and in both situations, in Maid Dreamin' and at home, I made sure to purchase like the most expensive package. So
Yes.
yeah, I'm sure but for those listening, when you go to a maid cafe, you can choose through several different packages. Um, for what experience you want to enjoy there. So basically, what I bought was I bought a drink, I bought an entree, I bought a dessert, and like a picture with the maid of my choosing, and you get like a little souvenir when you buy, and that's kind of like general the same kind of thing you get for both experiences. Uh, Marcy, what did you buy for yours?
Uh, I bought a package too, similar to yours. I think it was a drink, the entree, a dessert, uh, a picture, and I think it was just that actually.
I mean, it sounds about right. Did you get like a little souvenir? You get to like
Uh,
pick which one you want.
I think the souvenir was the photo.
Oh, got you, got you, got you.
But honestly, I was just ecstatic to just even be there, cause
Same. Oh my gosh, same.
yeah,
For
cause the souvenir they like the Polaroid picture they give you. Anyways, with the Polaroid picture, I took a picture with my server actually, and she seemed really happy that I chose her to take a picture with. And she gave it to me in in those cute like big folders, like the
mhm,
souvenir folders. And I
mhm.
was like, that warmed my heart so much. But also, I think
Oh,
it's really funny because she misspelled my name, but I'm just like, it's fine.
oh, they misspelt my name too. Oh, I have to show a picture. I think I sent it in our maid chat, but um, am I allowed to say my real name on the stream
If you
cast
want to.
podcast? So my American given name is Heather, but they misspelt it, so it's Heather, but they spelt it Heatger.
D?
Instead of a T, it was a G, so it's like Hetger.
That's so cute.
No, it's really cute and charming, and I have the memory. Like it's great. You got to make those little experiences. Um. Anyway, to back on the track. Both packages. I bought the expensive ones. I wanted that whole experience. So I went to at home first because it's just a favorite maid cafe. It's the bee's knees. Everyone talks about it. It's at home cafe. They go to all the anime conventions. It's
Mhm.
the big cheese, the big deal. And they had several floors. I think I went to like the fourth floor. You don't really get to choose, but I learned afterwards that they actually have an app like At Home Cafe has an app where you can find out which maids are at the location before you even get there, so you can like choose. It's it's wild. But I went there without knowing. I was just happy to go to a maid cafe. Um, it's not their fault, but I got sat with someone who was just like real. I could tell the maid was very, very uncomfortable that I couldn't speak Japanese.
Mhm.
Again, it's not her fault. I mean, I'm the intruder here, but she she didn't really spend a lot of time with me, and she had a whole bunch of other guests. A lot of them were like Japanese businessmen, and she spent a whole bunch of time with them, and I just felt like I felt kind of embarrassed and lost, and I ended up leaving without my souvenir just because I felt uncomfortable.
Mhm.
Um, the souvenir they give you was like a pink curry, like a special pink curry. But I was just really uncomfortable and I felt kind of weird, and so I left. Um, the food was really good, and it was still like I ended up taking a picture, my souvenir picture with another maid who was just like super cute and spunky. But Maidreamin, on the other hand, is they only had the I think they had like 3 floors instead of the 7 at home. So I went to one of the floors. There was like 8 maids in there. They're all ecstatic and just super super pumped. And the girl that I got sat with, um, I remember she sat down. She's like, "Oh, what anime do you?" And I'm like, "Oh,
Oh,
I really like."
she just knew immediately when
Oh,
when she sat you
she
down.
knew. Yeah, she's like, "What anime do you like?" I'm like, "Oh, I really like, I love Naruto, you know, Madoka." She's like, "Oh, I love Detective Conan." And she like she took out her phone and she had a whole bunch of little Detective Conan, little charms, and she like had a folder and she was showing me all of her stuff. And it was really like she was so personal and like nice and just happy and just like spunky. And the area is a lot smaller than at homes. So like it
Yeah.
was just more condensed, you know. So even if a maid isn't directly interacting with you, they're still like very close.
Yeah.
And I just ended up having a blast there, and all the girls were super sweet and nice. And again, the food is probably the same, kind of like at both places, but and I think honestly at Maidreamin it was a little more expensive. I think like $10 more expensive.
Whoa.
If I'm remembering correctly, I think I spent like $75 there.
Oh my gosh, just for yourself?
Yeah, just for myself.
Oh my gosh, I think I spent like $45 for myself. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, maid cafes in Japan are very expensive because you have like what was it, like a sitting fee, like a fee,
Yeah,
entry
and you can
fee.
only stay there for an hour.
Yeah, and then you have to buy a drink, and you have to do only can stay there for an hour, and the packages are not cheap. They're very expensive, but honestly, it is worth it. It's the experience that you go for.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. I mean, you guys get a bargain going to our cafes for
Yeah.
sure.
For what? Like most, even if you have to pay for it, it's like $10.
Yeah, $10 and you get food and you get sweet tomatoes cheering you on, making you happy.
Yeah,
But I
like
mean,
$10. Let's see, at home is probably like a drink.
oh yeah, or just
Yeah,
the
yeah, like a
sit fee,
soda. Yeah.
the sitting fee. Oh, did you have alcohol at maid cafes? That's the one thing I didn't do.
No, I had a orange juice, I think, but someone at my table, they ordered an alcohol and they did like the footy, shaka shaka with
You, you.
and it was so funny because the person I went to on my table, he was like this big, like obvious American man, and so he was like footy, shaka shaka. And it was so funny because the I think when I went, the maid they paired us up with, she was so cute. I love her, but she graduated last year. Her name
Aw,
was Fuyumi,
aw,
and I think she was a maid that knew the most English there, and she was so funny to talk
aw,
to. And
aw.
right before she pours a drink for you when you order your cocktail, she asks you what color. And you know, usually you'll say like pink or something, but he said like purple, and she's like, "Purple?" It was just so funny. But yeah, she was
Aw.
so sweet. And I showed her pictures of us like back home and she was like so impressed and she called us cute and I'm like, oh,
Yes,
this wholesomeness.
I also showed our maid pictures of Sumuji, and they're like, "You?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's me, my Tomodachis." And I was showing like one maid, and like three of them came over, and they were like goo goo gaga over like some
Yeah,
of our group
same.
pictures. It feels good.
Yeah, it feels so good. Oh
Feels
man.
good. Oh no, what did she say? Yes, yes. I'm sorry. I got really excited because I remember one of them said, I had to translate it, and I can't quite remember the word now, but she said, that we were like a family in Japanese, and I, like, translated it later, and my heart felt really full. I was showing her the pictures of us, and she said that we're
Oh,
like a family, all the maids are like a family.
that's the kind of energy that I hope that we have too when
Me
people come
too.
visit. Yeah, it's just so pure, so wholesome.
That's our job, we just wanna make you feel good, like how we feel good with the
Yeah.
noodles.
Yeah. Oh, so I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. And another thing that a lot of people probably don't know about when you actually take pictures with the maids. So depending on which maid you take a picture with, you can actually be charged more if she's like one of the more like popular girls.
True.
Yeah, so uh with my server, since she was like, just a normal server, I didn't get charged for it, but there was a girl on our floor, she was a premium maid. And I think it was, if anyone knows at home premium girls, I think it was Maid Mellow. She's very cute, very spunky. She was very popular, but yeah, they're like, if you would like to take a picture with her, it's gonna be like 800 yen on top of your package.
Oh, wow. Which isn't
Yeah,
that much, but still.
yeah, but I was just like, I don't want to pay the premium. I like my maid, so I just took a picture with my
Right?
maid. Yeah. And also, I think it was really funny that they have the same problem that we do, where they like take the picture and they're like, "Oh, too dark," or "Oh, didn't come out."
That's awesome, I didn't get that, that's cool.
Yeah,
It
they were
makes us
so
really feel like
cute.
family.
Yeah, and I was like, "Aw, just like home."
Just like home.
Oh, and
Aw.
I guess one more thing to add on to the maid cafe thing. Did you get the egg omelet drawing?
I did, when the girls usually, I'm sure all the weeks know, when you get a omuraisu, you can draw with ketchup what you want on the egg, and both times I remember, the girl asked me and I said, "Uh, neko onegaishimasu," and then she drew a little picture of a cat on my egg, and my heart soared. What did you ask for?
Oh my gosh, I'm dumb and I said a bird.
Why are you dumb? What's wrong with the bird?
The maid who drew it on my
Cute.
ketchup, she wasn't my main server. So she when I told asked her to like draw a bird, she was like, "Bird?" And I'm like, "Yes." She seemed so surprised.
Aw, I think it's cute. Bird.
Yeah, but I wanted to get something done that they probably don't draw very often, so I was
Oh,
like,
yeah, I'm sure they
"Bird."
draw cats all the time.
Yeah, like
You
cats,
super
bunnies,
yeah,
bears.
you're original for sure. Respect. Respect for your bird game.
Thank you, thank you. But yeah, shouts out to Maid Fuyumi and oh, what was the other girl? The our hostess, she seated us. She was adorable. She spoke pretty alright English even though she was Japanese. Uh I took a picture of it. Where did it go?
You're far better at names than me. I'd have to, like, look at my pictures, but I don't remember any of the names.
Yeah, cuz right afterwards I followed them on Twitter to see like to keep up with their maid activities.
Mm.
Where did it go?
For those
See?
of you listening, Maid Marcy is obviously a premium maid, and I'm just on the first floor, I'm just hanging out.
Oh my gosh, no, don't say that. I don't want hierarchy here. Oh, here we go. Uh, Oh darn it, it's all in Japanese. Oh, here we go. So it's Maid Fuyumi and Maid Yayoi. Those are my maids
Yayoi.
at home. They both graduated, but
Aw. They still
thank
follow their
you.
Twitters,
They
I'm
were
sure.
Yeah, thank you to them. They were so cute.
Ooh, I'm looking through my photos, right now, my little Japan photos, and quick note, I just thought it was very neat. I guess I the second time I went to Japan, I went during, something they had called a rainbow event,
Mhm.
and basically it's a pride tour for,
Ooh.
pride, like, for, I'm gonna send you this really neato picture, but pride for, the LGBTQ community.
Yeah.
So, I can't remember which location, um, I went to specifically, but they had a tour and all of the vending machines had, like, pride drinks. So it was just like a regular, like, Coca-Cola, but, like, the can was rainbow and, like, nice little stuff like that. So, way to go Japan, inclusive to everyone.
I actually started watching a bunch of YouTube videos about like Tokyo, like gay life and stuff like that. Because I don't really
Aw,
like get to see a whole bunch of it. Like I didn't
yeah,
even know there was like a gay district in Tokyo, and I'm like, what? I want to go.
right? I didn't that's great. It's nice to see exclusivity.
Yeah, I can probably if you want to watch some of it.
Yeah,
Oh
for
my
sure.
gosh. There was this video they did. I think you would enjoy it. They went to like a muscle boy bar and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I
Oh
need
my
to go here."
gosh. Yes. Yes, I definitely that's one of the things I haven't done that I really want to do, like a big bara bar. I would love to go to, like, a man
Yeah.
bar. That'd be
Yeah,
really cool.
I'll send you
And a
the
hostess
video.
bar.
Yes! Oh my gosh.
I wanna
I
be at the
really want
hostess
to
bar.
well, maybe a bunny bar too.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, for probably my next episode, we'll see what happens. I want to talk to our manager because he's been to Japan a whole lots of times, and he's also like really well versed in like Shinjuku and Asakusa and like nightlife stuff like that.
Yeah, he would know a
So
lot
he,
more about the bunnies
yeah,
and things like that.
yeah, I feel like he would know a lot more about like girls' bars and stuff. And
Mhm.
I'm like, please, how do I go to places like this? I would like to know the ladies there.
I would like to know the comparing experience too, because I'm sure the experience is a lot different compared to, like, a man versus a woman going to that sort of thing.
Yeah, actually, it's so true. Cause I know of like if I was working girls bar and I saw like a group of girls come in, I would be like, oh yes, finally
Right? I would
I
let
can
loose a
relax
little
a
bit,
little.
like
Yeah.
you're with friends, yeah, and I feel like I'd be a lot more comfortable with, "These are my people."
Yeah, but I wouldn't know yet since I haven't been, so
Same, same, can't say. No experience there.
all right, and the last one I have for you to wrap it up is do you have any recommendations for someone planning their next visit whenever that would be?
So, I believe I mentioned some of the recommendations just throughout all of this, but, if you're a weeboo, if you're listening to this podcast and you've gotten this far, I assume that you are a weeboo. I would recommend you come to Akihabara, just like Maid Marcy and I did as well. It's something that you just have to experience yourself, when you first walk out of the station and you're hit with all the colors and the lights and the anime ads, um, literally anime just everywhere. It just there's something in your soul that just it feels really really nice. The mandarake there, is like 7 stories high. Mandarake is like a giant weeaboo playground. There's like one whole floor that is like idols, like Japanese girl idols. There's a whole floor that's yaoi, which is boy on boy um, manga literature. There's one that's yuri, one that's video games, one that's just figures, one that's just like art books, one that's just CDs. There's something for you everywhere. There was a floor that was just Pokemon cards, just like you have to go to Akihabara. And again, I don't mind how weeboo I sound here because
Yeah,
I
for
am.
real.
Yeah, I'm proud. I don't mind. You don't have to feel bad for liking something. You go. You enjoy
Yeah, when I
those
went to
things.
Japan, I actually went twice during that week I was there. because I
In
was like,
Aki?
I can't get enough of it.
Yeah,
I just
that's
love
why
it
I
there.
stayed there. That's what was the name of our hotel? We actually stayed we stayed at the one hotel the first time in Akihabara, and we actually really, really enjoyed it. So when we came the second time, we actually went to a couple different hotels because we went to Kyoto and Osaka and at one other prefecture. We were a little farther out, and then we had to take like a super long train ride to get back to Tokyo. But goodness, what's the name of that
Oh,
hotel? Well,
like Appa Hotel or
yes,
APA
Appa.
Hotel?
Yes, APA Hotel.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the one I went to. There's what it's in Akihabara if you guys are looking for recommendations. Um it was pretty cheap. Weirdly enough, people say that Japan is like really crowded and like busy. And I'm sure if you stay at like Osaka or in Kyoto, it is very busy. But weirdly enough, it wasn't really busy in Akihabara. I didn't feel rushed at all.
Oh,
We
you know
had
what?
the
Same.
yeah, cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
where did you stay? Like
Uh,
location wise.
we stayed in the region I stayed in was Kotoku, which is like near Odaiba, like Odaiba Bay.
Oh, did you go to Odaiba too?
Yeah, we saw the big Gundam.
Yeah, Big
Yeah. Oh,
Gundam,
that's
woohoo!
yeah. You know what? You know what? Since we're talking weeboo attractions, go there too because it's
Oh yeah,
really
go to
really
Odaiba.
fun.
Odaiba, fun fact, everyone, that's the real place where that's where Pallet Town exists. You know, and like Pokemon, where Ash lives, that's where Pallet Town is. And is that where the Rainbow Road is? I think, like from
Thanks.
Mario.
I think so. And another fun fact too is I don't know too much about Digimon, but like the town where the protagonist is from is based off of
Oh,
Odaiba.
oh, I had no idea. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
so
really
that was really
cool.
funny. Pallet Town, Pokemon, Digimon.
We all here. Everyone is here. Oh yeah, Odaiba's very nice, and there's like a Statue of Liberty there, not the real one, of course, but there's like a big old Statue of Liberty there. Uh, oh yeah, visit Odaiba for sure.
And you know what? Throw Shibuya in there too. Shibuya Crossing. Who cares
Yeah,
if it's
yeah.
touristy? Just do it.
Honestly, I think the walk from Aki to Shibuya slash Shinjuku because they're kind of like around the same area was like 30 minutes, and it's not even a bad walk. Not even a bad walk if you want to just like explore. And I think it's like 20 minutes by train. So like come on, just be the weeboo
Lots,
that you know
yeah,
that you are.
lots of
We won't
options
judge
out
you.
there. No.
No judging here.
Oh, and I would like to add a tip to your Aki play trip for those of you writing notes down. Um, so the main street of Aki will be like the stuff that everyone knows about, like you know, tourists will go there. But if you want the deals, you go behind the main streets into the shops there,
Oh yeah.
where
Oh
where
yeah.
the locals shop and everything. Because
Agreed.
I bought a ton of stuff from this place called Aki Mulan, I think it's called. Mulan Akiba, that's what it's called.
You're so good at
And
names.
oh, I looked it up because I remember it had a Disney movie name. But Mulan Akiba, go there. It's kind of like a behind the main street, but pretty much if I saw any like figure in the UFO catchers and I couldn't get them, I just went there and they were there for like less than
Nice.
$20, and I was just
Oh,
like, oh yes.
good recommendation. Ooh, heck yeah.
Yeah, and they also have like lightly used figures that are like under 20, $10 too, and I
Oh
found
my
some
gosh.
really nice stuff there.
I think the cheapest figure that I bought there, if any of you know what Toho Project is, I bought like a Sakuya figure, literally $6 because she had like one like broken knife, like, and the sad thing is like it was such a good deal. It was like $6 for like maybe like like a $50 figure just because she had. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just super glue it when I get home. When I was packing up our stuff in the hotel room to go home, I didn't have any space at all and ended up leaving her in the hotel room.
Oh,
I know, I feel bad, but I mean,
$6.
maybe a weeboo maid, maybe a weeboo actual maid is like, oh yes, yes, I love this I like to think that.
That's a great way of thinking like that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think we talked a lot about Weeboo Japan.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I think this ran a lot longer than originally
No, it's
anticipated.
completely fine. It's completely fine. I'll title this episode something along the lines of like anime.
The movie.
The movie. Weeboo culture in Japan by the expert. Maid
Weeboo
Ringo.
by Weeboos.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. It was really nice to hear from you again and get nostalgic about Japan.
It was super nice. Like Butler Rio, and in the last video, I believe the last time we actually had an event together was at KakoriCon. So
Yeah.
it was nice
oh my
reminiscing.
gosh. So
Very
long
nice.
ago.
So long ago. It was another world ago. It was
really
another
was.
isekai ago.
Well, hopefully we can all hang out again soon.
Yeah, I hope so soon.
Even if it
Another
means
food party.
online. Yeah. Okay, well, thank you so much for coming on, and thank you to listener-san here for listening this
Thank you,
far.
listener-san. We hope to see you again soon. Please tune in for more of Maid Marcy's amazing podcasts. These are all really nice to listen to. I work from home, and so I just listen to them while I work. If you're driving on a commute, it's really nice to listen to like-minded people, and we want to be your friends, and it's really nice. So please stay tuned for more.
Thank you. Yeah, what Maid Ringo said, we're really working hard on these, and we hope that you were also enjoying them as much as we like putting them out. So thank you again. So please join me next week for my next guest, hopefully, talking more about some other Japan stuff. So we will see you next week. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye.
Mata ne.